Hi there, my name's Kevin. You're watching Low Neck Prepper. So it's Friday, coming to the end of the long week. It's been a long few weeks. And something that I noticed that a lot of people probably don't notice unless they work the wee hours like I do is the vagrants. You see them out. I see them more prevalent at night. And I go into a lot of nooks and crannies and places where the average person just does not go. So I see where they sleep. I see where they're walking around. I see their encampments and how they typically live. I've watched them fight. Um, these are dregs. They don't care about society's norms. They are a more ruthless type of person, both men and women. I see a lot of them with dogs. I know pit bulls get a bad reputation for being overly aggressive, but their aggressive nature has been bred into them in a lot of cases, and it's instilled on them. They are made to want to fight. So I see a lot of them with dogs like that. You'll see them during the day on the sides of the road, and you think they're going home someplace. Some of them are, but where I'm going with this is these vagrants, they have encampments. I've seen huge encampments of maybe 100 or more people. So they're already together, talking with each other, out and about doing things together, robbing, stealing, whatever they can do, damaging property. Um, you've heard the term, does a bear poop where it pleases? Well, does a vagrant? Yes. I see them, I'll come up to a dumpster and they'll be in the dumpster looking for food, or they'll be in the dumpster having sex, or behind the dumpster using the bathroom. So I see a lot of stuff that people don't see. Their minds are already wrapped around living a lifestyle off grid. And where they get most of their stuff is from begging and bumming. And they do, some of them are stealing. You're going to see that become more prevalent if things were to go to absolute crap. They already don't care. I don't know this for a fact, but it would not surprise me if the vast majority of them have a couple screws loose. They're a couple of Bud Light short of a six pack. Wait a second, nobody's using it, so no, they couldn't be a couple of cans short because nobody's drinking it. Ha 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 ha. Swipe. Anyhow, you guys got to keep your heads on a swivel. And when you don't see it regularly, I mean, I see it all the time. I see them constantly. I see it probably 20 or 30 times a night. And I'm out in a much nicer of an area where I'm working out in Murfreesboro versus here in Nashville. You get in Nashville, and I mean, you see them everywhere. There's hundreds of them. So they will spread out, and they're out in the suburbs too already. They're out in the Donaldson, the Hermitage. They're out in Murfreesboro. They're out in Mount Juliet. They're out in Green Hills. Yeah, Green Hills. They are in Green Hills, believe it or not. Green Hills is a very rich area. I think it's the richest area in all of town, or all of Tennessee. So they're already out there, and unless you're used to dealing with them, I am, and I deal with them quite forcefully because they want to cause me problems while I'm trying to do my job, and I don't mince any words. They don't really want to fight, but they know that if they show strength, you're probably going to back down. They don't want somebody to show strength back at them. So bear that in mind. And no, I'm not saying I'm Billy Badass, but I am in a trash truck. Good Lord Almighty. You really want to get in a pissing contest for the trash truck? Probably not. If you do, you're dumb. Anyhow, people are out feeding them now. I see it all the time. they'll go up and they'll give them money, or they'll give them some food, or they'll give them some water or a soda or something like that. And that's really, really bad because you're enabling this. As long as you're going to enable it, it's your fault. Remember that. It's not necessarily their fault. It's your fault. Stop enabling them. Because if poop were to really go awry, yeah, these people already have that mindset. And when there's no food in the dumpsters, trash cans, there's nobody driving down the road giving them money, they're going to resort to more violence, and they're already accustomed to it, so it doesn't bother them. It kind of is a liken to a sociopath. They know what they're doing is wrong, but they don't care. Does that make sense? Because they're not in it to thrive, they're in it only to survive. And they'll do whatever they have to. So you've got to keep your eyes open, keep your head on a swivel, because they are out there. You just don't see them quite like I do. Now, there may be a few of you out there that do see them like I do, but probably not quite the same unless you're working in the overnight like I do, because they're more prevalent in the overnight. You will really see them in the overnight out and about. It's easy to spot them that way. Believe it or not, in the dark, it's easier to spot them. So, guys, like CFP at Survival Living says, keep on prepping, because you don't know what's going to go on. Get training. I don't care how many guns you have, unless you are efficient with them and you've trained with them, you're not going to be viable. Get training. Practice. You don't have to go to the gun range to practice reloads. You can practice a reload standing in front of a mirror. You can practice drawing standing in front of a mirror. Get training. Get prepped. And don't prep because you're scared. Prep so you don't have to be scared. I mean, seriously. Are you prepping for your future, for your retirement? You most certainly are. That's what it is. You are preparing so that at one point in time, you no longer have to work. So, get training. Don't go out and get a bunch of training over a period of a couple of months and then stop doing it. You've got to keep doing it. You don't see a boxer out there not constantly practicing boxing, especially before they're going into a boxing match. They're really hitting hard then. Bodybuilders the same way. They still bodybuild until they get to where they're going to have a match. Then they really go headstrong into it. So keep prepping. Remember, it is a marathon. It is not a sprint. So incremental. Don't go crazy. Still live your life. Well, guys, I hope you got something out of this. If you did, thumbs up, please. If you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate it. Share it. Help me out. Help me get to 1,000 subs so that I can start doing some live streams. I've got some really cool stuff I would love to give away. And remember, there are very few problems in life that cannot be solved by a battleship broadside. Have a good one, guys.